Welcome to the Block Sitdown. This is the One Foot In podcast. This is the post game podcast of a lot of things. Selection Sunday, Conference Championship week, bowl games a review, or slight go over, and Heisman finalists announced. A whole lot of things to get into, unravel. And yeah, VJ, Slicks, how y'all doing today?
Doing good, man. I felt productive today. I got home and I immediately crashed. That's why I got up early today, and I was just able to just do shit around the house. So, yeah. How about you, EJ?
That damn near similar story. I kind of just went home, ate. I kind of just went to sleep damn near instantly. I didn't really think about doing extra stuff. I just wanted to go to sleep, and I woke up decently early, and then I was just chilling a little bit, doing a little bit of cleaning, just because the house is still messy from all these goddamn ruckus that these kids be doing upstairs. And then, yeah, now I'm here.
Cameron, how about you?
I'm about to pull like a 24, 30 hour
Jesus Christ.
So there's that. But I'm good. I'm here.
Yeah.
We're not at 24 hours yet, so I got some type of energy. But yeah, let's get into this college football playoff final bracket. I was watching this show and I was slightly surprised, bro. At two things. Ohio State being at 2.
Yeah.
And they're at 2 because they lost the conference championship, the Big Ten championship, to number 2 Indiana at the time, and Indiana moved up 1. Ohio State goes back 1, and then we got Georgia and Texas Tech winning both of their conference championships. Not much movement in the top 4 except the 1 and 2 switching, and those are the 4 teams that's getting the bye week. And then we get to the more controversial things. Duke late night decided to go into overtime and beat Virginia and basically eliminate them from playoff contention. And what did that do? Not catapult Duke up into the top 12. It took JMU, who won their conference championship for what is it? Not the American. It is
Sun Belt.
The Sun Belt. They beat Troy in the Sun Belt, and then that leaves Tulane at number 11 with the American. They are ranked higher. They beat North Texas. They're 11. And yeah, people got a lot to say about the G5, but at the end of the day, bro, both of these teams deserved it. They did exactly what they needed to do, and criteria-wise, they're in. How can you be mad at it, bro? Be mad at the committee. And G5 get a chance at it, bro. And don't let one of these G5 teams upset like an Ole Miss or Oregon, especially not an Oregon. But don't let that shit happen, because you don't give them ammunition to why we need to be here. People are suggesting a G5 bracket. Like, oh, is this the FBS team? This is still an FBS team, bro. Recruiting is not the same. High power NIL money is not the same, but it is what it is. I don't like the suggesting of the brackets. Texas, Vanderbilt, all these teams that got left out, bro. You got left out for a reason, bro. Either jump down to the G5 real quick. Texas, you wanted to move to SEC, bro. Cry about it. But yeah, there's that. And JMU going up against Oregon at Eugene, gonna be a very tough one, bro. Hopefully Barnett's ready. That's their dual threat quarterback, and yeah, good luck in that one. But Oregon's gonna be at 5 for that, and they get a home field advantage against JMU. I don't think they need it, but they got it. Tulane at 11. Like I said, going up against Ole Miss. I'm hearing just every day, bro. Oh, LSU's coach is coming back to Ole Miss to coach these playoffs. I'm like, what the hell? It's like 4. I'm like, damn, 4 in a row. Yo, I don't know what's going on, bro. Lane Kiffin private jet shit. Like, if you're not in this jet, you're not getting a secure spot at LSU. I guess I was only for the day, bro. I think they went over there, signed a little contract to be the next coordinators or coaches over there, and then they jump right back on the private jet back to Ole Miss. So there's that. And yeah. Both of those teams, whoever wins a Tulane, Ole Miss one, goes face Georgia. Good luck with that. JMU, Oregon. We could have a slobber knocker if Oregon wins and goes up and faces Texas Tech at 4. And then here we get to the good games. We got a rematch at 9 and 8. Alabama and Oklahoma. Oklahoma went to Tuscaloosa early in the season, or I guess later in the season. And they were able to knock off Alabama at the time. And Alabama, this is a controversial pick because they got destroyed in the conference championship game. And unlike BYU, who dropped all the way down to 14 at the bottom of your screen, you can see them grayed out. Yeah, they got dropped because they got destroyed in the conference championship. Granted, BYU lost to the same team twice, and we'll get into that the whole season. But they were 11-1 going into conference championship weekend, and they got bumped down 3 spots because they played an extra game and lost. And that makes no sense to me. And Alabama, I think they're using a lot of their NIL money and a lot of their voodoo to take away Ryan Williams' hands and to buy the committee's fucking favoritism, because there's no way you got destroyed by the team you played early in the season and beat, and you got destroyed, and you still don't move at all. You don't move at all. It's insane to me. But yeah, Alabama, Oklahoma. Hey, just you got the 1-on-1 again, bro. If Alabama, you had a terrible month of November, and going into December, terrible last stretch of games. But hey, you could fix it and face Indiana at that if you can beat Oklahoma. And then you got Miami at 10. They took Notre Dame's spot, and we'll get into Notre Dame a little bit later. But they're the other grade out team at 13. And yeah, because what the committee was trying to say after the fact, there was one person that got interviewed, and he was just talking himself into a circle, not making sense. It was like, oh, for the Miami and Notre Dame thing, we had Notre Dame above Miami the whole time because there was teams in front of them. And last week, it was kind of like, so last week BYU was the only one separating these two teams. But now the BYU fell out. It was like, oh, we got to give it to Miami. It kind of makes sense, but then you got other teams and other scenarios that happen where it doesn't make sense. It's just we need to stop interviewing the committee. We need to stop fucking having game or shows every week for a money grab to review these things the last 5-6 weeks of the playoffs. Because 5-6 weeks of the regular season, because it's just stupid. Notre Dame was ranked in front of Miami the entire time, and last week only one team separated them, BYU, and the whole thing was that we're going by groups. Oh, so Notre Dame was never in the same group as Miami, but only one team separated them. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Like, and Reese Davis is up talking to him and asking questions, cutting him off, and like, yo, don't try to go around the fact that you did this, and then like it was very messy, bro. Because it was kind of like he can't speak for everybody on that committee, but just the committee itself, bro. You're never gonna get it right. Obviously, it's an impossible task. But we could limit how much we can hear from the committee, or just limit the every week shows of seeing where people are at, because Miami was at one point 18th after the second loss in 3 weeks in the middle of the season. But anyways, back to Miami's going against Texas A&M, and probably one of the better matchups in the first round. I'm excited for that. Carson Beck had to throw 4 interceptions for him to lose one of them unranked games, but Miami has 2 losses, and probably 2 of the worst losses. The only other bad loss you got over there in the 9th seed at Alabama with Florida State as being one of their losses, but I don't know. 2 unranked losses is bad enough, but this Miami team is still good, bro. They was fighting to be number 1 at the start of the season and like halfway into the season, before those 2 losses, and then Texas A&M. The thing is, Texas kind of found that like that little, Marcel Reed is kind of not that guy. If you can get to him, get pressure on him, force throws, we found their kryptonite, and I think that was on display. And I think it was egregious for Texas A&M to fall this far and still be this far. But it is what it is at the end of the day. A&M just need to handle their business, and they got a high-powered matchup against Miami. I'm excited for that one. And the winner of that gets to face Ohio State, and should be a pissed-off Ohio State. I don't know if they're going to have the offensive coordinator, but that's neither here nor there. So, yeah. How y'all feel about this?
VJ, go ahead.
Man. Ooh. Yeah, definitely controversial when it came to the final 12. Really, obviously, the back end, not the, like, the top 6 kind of made sense. I mean, the Ohio State drop, it's arguable. They could be 3, maybe 4. I'd argue definitely 3, just because I feel like the SEC championship, it's kind of odd that they actually didn't value. They actually said, oh, you know what? The loser of the Big Ten is still over the SEC champion. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I love it. Don't mind it. A little bit of favoritism towards us, some way, somehow. But that's arguable for sure. Texas Tech, I feel like, they deserved it. They won. They did the thing against BYU. They kind of showed it all year, and yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to see what that team does throughout the postseason, because this is a very hyped team. This is a team that honestly I didn't hear much from early. Then slowly, as I like kind of developing with the pod, I kind of just heard about Texas Tech building up. I'm like, oh, they got some noise over there. I kind of want to see what's going on, and I seen obviously their last few games, and I'm like, yeah, this team's legit. And then the rest of the bracket, I kind of like. Matchup wise, let's be honest, the group of 5 teams is kind of like, I won't say it's obvious, but congratulations for making it. Here's your participation award. There you go. But yeah, but on the other side though, for the 1 and 2 side, Bama, Oklahoma, I kind of that's hey, rematch. Rematch is just flip the script on the home stadium now. That's basically what it is. And then the other side, Miami and Texas A&M. Good. That's a solid matchup. It's kind of a game of mismatches, and both of those teams got a good shot to maybe make some noise. That's all I can really say. How about yourself, right?
Yeah, I don't know. There's much for me to say besides, Notre Dame basically, I think we're about to get to later. Notre Dame basically accepting the fact that, like, you know what, we're not even going to play no bowl game because we didn't even make it in. Seeing them, at least Alabama getting blown out by fucking Georgia, kind of crazy. But Texas Tech did their part. And then, honestly, Ohio State and Indiana thing, basically a swapping position. I guess it makes sense in a sense, but, you could drop them a couple if y'all wanted to. But VJ said it earlier. He didn't think Ohio State, or whoever losing this game was not gonna fall out. The top four. Shit, they didn't fall out the top two. So that's to be crazy. So when I seen that, I was like, damn, bro, we just swapped position. It is what it is. And then for the group of five, good luck. Fucking JMU versus Oregon at Eugene. Jesus Christ, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. I mean, try to look good, I guess. Try to score as much point as possible. Maybe, hopefully, Oregon defense don't shut you out. Same with Tulane. Shit. I mean, I haven't heard anything about Lane Kiffin coming back, but then again, Cam said otherwise, or at least the rumors.
The coaches.
All the coaches? Oh, they coming back.
It was like 4 coaches. Yeah.
Oh, I thought like Lane Kiffin and all those coaches coming back. Oh, okay. Well, fuck shit. I mean, I guess they got something. They got something. At least they're not about to go in that shit blindly. Even though, some of these teams, without coaches, without head coaches, they're still doing their part. I mean, they're obviously not here no more, but that's here or there. And then, Alabama, Oklahoma. Shit. I mean, I don't know what Alabama could do. They lost to fucking Oklahoma. They got blown up by Georgia. I mean, they basically at the worst of worst. At least they made it to fucking the playoffs. So they got to do something. It's like almost like a second life almost. It's like y'all lost to Oklahoma early in the season or later this year, whichever one. I mean, we're in the postseason, so later, early in the season, and then fucking beat Georgia. Thinking. But then again, that was a more healthier Alabama, and then they got all banged up now. Faces Georgia got cooked up, and then now they got a second chance at it. And then Miami and A&M. I mean, hopefully 2 overpowered offenses go against each other, but we all seen it. A&M is definitely beatable. Obviously we all seen it. They were fucking down by fucking 30 fucking points or some shit against fucking South Carolina, so we already knew that. But I don't know, South Carolina, I guess, is a shittier team because they allowed them to fucking come back by this shit. Couldn't score 3 fucking points. And then Miami, they shit. We were all thinking they a top contending team. Damn near thinking they were gonna go undefeated. And then all of a sudden they just racked up fucking an upset. I don't know. They went in those games thinking they were on like riding high, and then shit, they got the rug swept on right under from them. But at least they got a chance to still do something in this playoff, and we just gotta see where it goes from there. But other than that, I got nothing else to say. I mean, good luck to all these teams, Texas Tech especially. Texas Tech, the same thing with VJ, how like I wasn't keeping up with Texas Tech, and then all of a sudden, week by week, Texas Tech was doing their part. Then it came to that match where it was Texas Tech for BYU, and Texas Tech put fucking BYU in their place, and they did it again. But we're gonna get into that when we get to that. But Texas Tech is almost like the dark horse in this whole thing. I'm not gonna lie, they like stay to themselves and just getting the job done. While all these other teams, Ohio State, number 1 team, they got to defend themselves. Same with Indiana, and they proved themselves going against the number 1 team. So it's like there's a lot of, all these things, but you don't really hear much from Texas Tech still, even though they're still doing their part. So I would say they're almost like the dark horse in this whole thing, especially having this bye week and ranked number 4. But that's all I got. Cameron?
I have questions. Do you think the committee felt bad about leaving the ACC out of it, so they put Miami over in Notre Dame last second?
I have no idea, but I didn't even think of that way. I just realized they're the only ACC team on this shit. I think so. I would say it's like, well, they might have done that fucking head-to-head shit. It's like, well, technically, Miami beat Notre Dame, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Okay. That's how I see it.
And then at least my next question. How does a 3-loss Alabama team not get bumped
exactly
down?
Yeah.
And Notre Dame gets pushed up.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying pushed up into 9, but Miami 9, and then Notre Dame 10. If they're devaluing or misvaluing the conference championship like they did BYU and dropped them completely down, even though they face the same team, Alabama beat that team. So you're valuing that win like from like week 4, week 5, or whatever it was, and then they got destroyed. So you're just valuing the SEC more. because of that.
Yep, yep.
I
That's
just
quite a
don't think
little.
that makes sense because you got Texas Tech at 4. They got destroyed they destroyed BYU and then Georgia destroyed Alabama. What are you valuing here? That's what doesn't make sense to me.
You know, they're from the SEC. They just turn the other way. You know, like
It just doesn't make sense.
it doesn't make sense, but I don't know what you're gonna do. It is what it is. It's like I guess they value as like I don't know. I guess it's arguable that they think Alabama is still better than still. I'll possibly think they're better than Notre Dame too. I don't know.
I mean, how
I don't know.
you think that?
I don't fucking know.
They lost by a missed field goal, mixed extra point to A&M, and then they lost to Miami, and those are 2 playoff teams. Alabama lost to Florida State. Sure. Alabama lost to Florida fucking State. It was not even in a bowl game. It's just crazy to me. BJ, is there any sense to this?
Nah, it really isn't. I mean, it's just. I think it's just human. The human like mindset of it is just, bruh. There'll never be a balance. Is it like the committee just is just every like a whole bunch of different like personalities essentially just trying to find one goal. I think. I'm not saying we need to go back to like maybe a BCS format where they use the computer or whatnot, but I feel like there's got to be some form of computer involved in this at this point because it's.
I've heard they've done that. I've heard they're doing it right now. Like they just like have the computer do it, spit out some teams, numbers, and whatnot, and then they just kind of like just start moving teams on the board a little bit around the. You know that's what people assume at this point.
Bro, I mean the way it looking like it doesn't even show that, but I feel like there needs to be a mix of both sides of like computer analytics and overall human mindset. Because like, I mean, you said it way earlier, like, bro. There'll never ever be something right in terms of the playoffs. Like when it comes to these top 12, there'll never ever be something right. But if we could go by logistics and like not logistics, but at least have some form of logistic in it, and then same with the mindset, then it's like okay, maybe we could come to a middle ground conclusion. But I don't know. I just feel like there's definitely just too much. Might be too much noise with the Alabama, like blah 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 this, blah blah that, and then somehow
not enough noise. I feel like there's not enough noise for Alabama. It's more on the Notre Dame Miami situation because that is crazy. But Alabama's a 3-loss team, bro. A 3-loss team is fucking crazy, bro. We're talking about like Vanderbilt got 2 losses, and we're not even talking about them in the conversation. Texas with 3 losses is ranked higher than Vanderbilt. That shit is crazy to me, bro. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. But yeah, the thing is, it's never gonna be right, and people are gonna be left out. And then people want to cry about it, and we'll get into that later, because the crying about it doesn't make it better. Ooh, you opted out of a bowl game. What the fuck? You should care about the fucking seniors on that team that didn't get a vote in that locker room. You said you talked to it with the players. I can guarantee there's seniors in that locker room that wanted to play the bowl game. I don't give a fuck what vote you took. I don't know if you talked to just the captain. I digress, bro. There's people not going to be playing in the NFL, never going to be playing football again, bro, and you just took that shit away. Yeah. But yeah, the whole 16-team format, yo, bro, we're gonna just keep expanding, and then it's just gonna like there's no just automatic bids, bro. Figure it out. Yeah. We gotta figure something out because every year something, and this year just happened to be fucking Notre Dame this time. All right, let's get into the first game. What do we got? Is this Texas Tech, BYU in the Big 12 championship again? Yeah.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. BYU shouldn't even just showed up, bro. They should have probably opted out of this shit, bro.
Yeah.
If they could. Bear Bachmeyer, he was there. 16 for 27, 115. I heard he was playing injured as well. He got a little banged up during the game. 2 interceptions, and yeah, BYU didn't learn any lesson. Kalani Sitaki after the game was like, yeah, this is the best team in the country. Y'all will find out. No, buddy, you're just dog shit, bro. You faced the same team twice and you lost worse this time. I don't know how you don't learn anything from the first time and at least make it somewhat closer. Maybe you're just so outcoached and so your players are so much worse. I don't know, bro. I don't know how to make sense of it all. But yeah, Cameron Dickey didn't even have a crazy game. He had 18 carries for 72 yards. I mean, he had a touchdown. But it was really the passing game for Baron Morton. He just felt comfortable out there to do whatever he wants. But yeah, this defense, you scored on your first drive, BYU. That's it. I was like, oh shit, we got a game.
Yeah.
No, we do not. No, we do not, bro. They went sour, bro. LJ Martin kind of showed up, bro. He had 76 yards, 1 touchdown, a little bit better. I felt like the pass game, it was there, I guess, bro. I seen a lot of big throws. But yeah, I think they had 4 turnovers in total, 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. So that's not gonna help at all. But yeah, Texas Tech wins 34-7, solidifies themselves in the top 4, and BYU gets bumped out because of this. And I can't really, I can't really feel bad for them. They played the same team twice and they lost by more this time. VJ, how we feeling?
Hey, I just felt like Texas Tech just showed the physicality of this game. That's all I could really like explain how they won. I just felt like, I mean, like yes, offensively they were doing well, passing game, but I just felt like it was just something with like the physicality, bro. It felt like Texas Tech always had that physicality advantage, and then they just kind of beat them down. And essentially, you lost worse this game if you're BYU, and I don't know. It's just like Texas Tech looked very good. I think they definitely showed out. They wanted to show up. This is the conference championship game. This is I guess you could say good rankings on the line for sure. There's a lot of things on the line for them, and they really wanted it bad, and they showed it. Way more physical. Literally just ran over BYU. Like they did not let BYU after that first drive for BYU. They did not let them give them hope. I literally I remember just watching. It was basically fucking turnover or the fucking 3 and outs. Damn near. I was like, yeah. This team is just they doing their thing. They just out physicality BYU. BYU had no one to respond back. Like no real guy to like really push back. Like you said, Bear Bachmeier was injured. I remember I think he got hit and he was just like came up a little janky a little bit. So I was like, ooh yeah, that's not gonna help. So it's just I think Texas Tech just solidified themselves like great, and I think now they put themselves in a great position to get some extra rest and honestly prepare for whoever you face. I mean, most likely Oregon, but you never know. It's college football. But overall, though, it's definitely a great showcase by Texas Tech. I think they just out physical fucking BYU. That's all I could really say. How about yourself, Frank?
You want to talk about the drive chart? First quarter touchdown, 14 plays, 90 yards, 650 off the time. And then you go into the second quarter, 3 and out punt, 6 plays downs, 6 plays punt, end of half. Let's start the second half off real well. Missed field goal, interception, 3 and out punt, fumble in 2 plays, interception on 1 play, 4 plays downs, doesn't even get a first down, 1 play fumble, and then punt. Punt in 4 plays, and then you gave up at that point. Yeah, it was not a good sighting after the second or after the first quarter. Slicks, how you feel?
Yeah, man. I watched the game. I was like, damn, BYU starting off strong. Oh yeah, this what we was talking about right here. Like BYU, they gonna learn the lesson. Taking that loss they did the first time, and they're gonna try to make this game close. We all thought BYU learned their lesson. They gonna keep the game close. No, that wasn't the case. I felt like the momentum shifted once they tried to do that. Like they went for it with like 4th and something, and then they went to throw the ball to the player that was supposed to catch it fucking slipped. Went nowhere, and that was basically the downhill spiral of everything, bro. Like it just kept spiraling, bro. It couldn't stop. And Texas Tech, honestly, they just capitalized, and they were just playing their game. They were just doing their part, and then BYU just was just struggling to just do anything. And they pass the ball, yeah, they get something, but then they get stopped eventually. Or they run the ball, they get something, they get stopped eventually. But then, then they got to go punt, kick it, but then Texas Tech on the other end, they go fucking return it for either a field goal kick or a TD, whichever one. Just give it to them. They're going to do whatever they want with the fucking, they're scoring regardless, right? Even though I'm pretty sure they had a missed field goal kick. Yeah, they had a missed field goal kick, but it did not matter. They kept, even though they missed it, they continued to stop BYU from doing anything else. Then it didn't help that, the interception and the fumble just kept unraveling on them. It's just like BYU just felt like they just could not get into a rhythm of the game, and then all these mistakes just kept piling up, and basically the game was damn near out of touch after like the third quarter. Like all these mistakes were building up so much that it just felt like they're like, bro, we don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Let's just do some shit, and then they just couldn't do nothing, bro. And Texas Tech was like, well, shit. This is a fucking easy game for us. Shit, we thought we were about to come in here worried, my game plan a little bit more. Nah, we just had to just go play basic Texas Tech fucking football, and they got the job done. But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, 4 turnovers to 0. It's gonna be hard for you to win games like that, and at least make it close. It's gonna be very difficult. And yeah, Bear Bachmeier, your Asian brothers, your Asian brother for both of y'all.
He tried, man.
But he's a true freshman at that. Got next year. Klein Sataki read up, so there's that. Now moving on to this other blowout in the SEC championship. Number 3 Georgia. Basically playing a home game in Atlanta, Georgia at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They were able to put 28 points, hang 28 points on the number 9 Alabama Crimson Tide, and Alabama only scored 7 points. And that was in the fourth quarter. Gunnar Stockton was very efficient, 20 for 26. But yeah, I feel like the run game was the key factor for Georgia. 13 carries from Nate Frazier, 52 yards. I remember Chauncey Bowens broke like a 20-yard run out there. Gunnar Stockton was losing his legs a little bit, and then Zachariah Branch, 5 receptions, and then 5 receptions felt like they were very clutch for him. It was kind of like, oh, yeah, this is the guy they missed last game when they faced Alabama and lost. But yeah, you go over to the losing team in Alabama. Ty Simpson missed 20 passes, bro. 19 for 39. Yeah, you could tell they're banked up. No Jam Miller. And yeah, Daniel Hill had 4 carries for 11 yards. A.K. Deer. Couldn't tell you who he looks like, what he looks like, who he was. 3 carries for 10 yards. Yeah, Ty Simpson led the team in carries. I think that should tell a lot about the story or the game. And yeah, you look at Ryan Williams, 2 catches for 33 yards, had another drop in this game. Don't know what's going on with him, man. Isaiah Horton, one of their key guys that's been stepping up in Ryan Williams' place. 1 catch, 12 yards. Jeremy Bernard leading the push for 6 receptions, 62 yards. Didn't really feel that efficient. But then you got Daniel Hill. I'm pretty sure he's the fucking running back, getting 50 yards, like passing. That is fucking crazy to me. But yeah, this is just atrocity on offense. They couldn't do anything. It felt like they couldn't do anything, and it was like, man, they're trying to force the ball downfield, and like one of the receivers can't catch, and the other ones can't get open and or make some explosive plays. And that's just how Georgia killed you, bro. 7 points every single quarter, man. Just slowly built that lead, and then it was to the point where you couldn't get anything else, bro. A lot of punts in this game. No, that's the real key players, man. Them punters. VJ, how do we feel?
Ooh, I think this is a case of where Georgia played a picture-perfect game in their eyes, and Alabama played their worst game in their eyes. I think it just go both ways. I think Georgia played how most Georgia teams would usually be, slow killing, not really going for the explosive, just chewing you down, bro. And that's the normal Georgia way. I think Bama, though, I think it was just self-inflicted mistakes, bro. I saw a hell of drops, like crucial drops especially. I saw a hell of them. And I'm like, man, this Bama team just cannot find themselves out the hole they keep digging, man. What's up?
VJ, what was you doing on Saturday?
Man, you know me, I was playing COD, and I was watching the game, bro. I was doing
and you had more rushing yards than Alabama. They had -3.
Hey.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Nah.
It's crazy.
I mean, dude, it was bad. I like, bro, these guys couldn't get nothing rolling, bro. Nothing rolling. It's like, bro, I'm telling you, it's just every time I saw, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's actually open. Drop. Oh, never mind, bro. He don't got the ball, bro. It's dropped. Next thing you know, all right, put on the punter, send him out. I'm like, bro, yo, like, what are y'all doing, bro? Like, are y'all on the side? Are y'all gotta practice catching on the sideline? What we doing, bro? You know what I mean? Because everyone dropping the fucking ball. Is that you might as well just fucking start practicing at this rate, bro. Would it change the game? Probably not. Georgia was just playing like a picture, like lights out. Damn near Georgia's playing way too lights out for them to really make a noise. But it definitely could be a better showcasing on Bama's side if they learn how to catch the damn ball. I mean, running ball for sure, but I feel like at this point we just know the fucking run game don't even exist for Bama. Shit, they don't even. Their main running back has been out for I think a couple of weeks, so that don't help. But at the end of the day, it's just I felt like it was just the worst case for Alabama, bro. You come in this game, you're already banged up. You can't fucking run the ball off of it, so now you only got to force a pass. But then now your receivers can't catch, bro. You got nothing going for you, man. I don't know what else to say in terms of them. I mean, I guess you could use fucking 2 weeks to get healthier. I mean, you made it in the playoffs, gracefully made it. So we'll figure out how that works out. But hey, man, congratulations to Georgia. They did their thing, got revenge. I mean, I know I think me and Cam said it. I think Georgia finally was gonna break that fucking streak. I don't know if you said it too, right? But I mean, whatever the case may be, bro, Georgia finally broke that streak of losing to damn Bama, and it was good for them, good momentum. I know it definitely, it was a good mental thing on their side because you beat Bama, you got a very, very comfortable bracket on your side of the playoffs. So, yeah, definitely interested to see that, but there's not much I can really say apart from that. What do you think about this one, right?
Yeah, I did go with Georgia to beat Alabama, and yeah, you couldn't have said it any better. Georgia literally played their game. This is literally what Georgia is. This is Georgia football. They it's a physical team. They're gonna get it done. Get it done on the ground. Shit, if y'all can't stop, well, that's what football is. You can't get the if you can't stop the run play. Well, shit. Now y'all worried about it. We're gonna throw the ball, and like I said, Cameron said early on, gonna stop them. Very efficient this game. And we want to know why? Because their running game was very efficient as well. So it's just this is literally like what you said, VJ, damn near a perfect Georgia like game for them. Like this is basically what they want to do. This is when you watch Georgia football, this is basically what you expect from this team: a physical and just long drawn out game where they're just stopping you from getting anything done. As long as they score in their end, shit, 7 point every quarter, shit, that's all they need. If you're not scoring the first 3 quarters and coming down to the last quarter, all you do is score 7 points, and then when you go for it at the very end, and your quarterback is throwing it all the way out of bounds instead of to your receiver, it look like the game is sealed in your favor. So yeah, I don't really got much to say. I don't know what happened to Ryan Williams. They could have done something, maybe momentum shifted a little bit if he would have caught that fucking touchdown in the end zone, but that the ball just fucking. I don't know, just went straight between his arm and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, well, damn. Well, it is what it is. And Ty Simpson was just, got fucking 6 carry and, lost for 28 yards. But shout out for Georgia. Georgia's sitting comfortably. Alabama, good luck to whatever y'all do next. Hopefully y'all get that revenge. The way if y'all playing like that, well, I doubt it. But then again, college football, you never know. Cameron, final thoughts?
Alabama needs someone to step up, whether they're healthy or not, bro. They need Jam Miller back very much. Someone. They need someone fucking, like, I don't know why. I like Daniel Hill as a running back for Alabama. He's a good number 2. I don't know why they didn't use him more. He had 4 carries for 11 yards, so that doesn't look good. But even then, bro, just keep giving him carries, bro. He's a very capable runner. And he's had very good games, in my opinion, bro. I see him score a lot of touchdowns. And then it's just for the receiving core. It's like, Journey Bernard's him. He's usually number 1 on his team. He had 62 yards. He did his part, I feel like. It's Ryan Williams, Isaiah Horton, and then the true freshman, Lazier Brooks. Lazier Brooks had like 300 yards on the season, I'm pretty sure, in the regular season. And he's a true freshman. So I need one of those 3 to step up, bro. And Ryan Williams is a sophomore. He's supposed to be a superstar on this team. They need to get healthy. They need to take this 2 weeks, and they don't need to practice until the week of, bro. The week of the game, bro. Everybody need to sit down at home, get their fucking cryotherapy in, bro. Get their fucking ice on their legs, fucking body, anything that hurts, bro. And especially Ty Simpson. He definitely looked banged up out there. And yeah, when the receiver's not catching the ball, it definitely don't help. But for Georgia, like one of y'all said, they have favorable side of the bracket, bro. The only team they can, I guess, face and it'd be difficult is all the way in the semifinals. I'm pretty sure in the semifinals when they face the Ohio State University, and even then, bro, Ohio State got a lot of shit to worry about. And Georgia's playing their best football right now, and it's very scary. If you're on that side of the bracket, I'm pretty sure it's Ole Miss, Ohio State, and A&M or Miami. So if you run into this team, you're gonna play your best football all year. And Alabama played their worst football, and that's why they got blown out. Shout out Kirby Smart for getting over the hump. Hopefully this is over the hump, and it's for the first time in a long time that Georgia is able to kind of sit back in the SEC championship or in an Alabama game and be like, yeah, we're finally comfortable. And it's the fucking 4th quarter, and we're up 21. All right, finally going into the Big Ten championship game. For Indiana, this is their championship, bro. They did it. It's been the last time they won a Big Ten championship. It was World War II going on and shit, bro. So yeah, number 2 in the country. Basically play a home game. 12-0 on the season versus 12-0 Ohio State, number 1 the whole entire season except the preseason poll. And they're 12-0. They lose by 3. It was a defensive battle. Fernando Mendoza, he secured the Heisman with this performance. 15 for 23, 222 yards, touchdown. And then Kalen Black and Hemby, they just kept on the run game. It kind of wasn't working sometimes, and both running backs averaged under 5 yards, and that's one of them cases where it's like, oh, you got to watch the game to see how efficient they were with their running. And yeah, they're facing the number 1 team in the country, so you don't or number one defense in the country, number one team in the country as well. And yeah, that's exactly what the run defense is for Ohio State. But Charlie Becker stepped up. Charlie Becker had multiple one-on-one opportunities, made the most of them, and finished the game with 6 receptions, 126 yards. Elijah Surratt, every reception he had felt crucial. Anytime he grabbed it, I think he was the one downfield that caused a DPI on, I think, Lorenzo Styles. Very, very loose call. I didn't think it was that much touching. But it felt like, as a Ohio State fan, watching every reception, it was just like a stab through the heart, bro. And this is without their best wide receiver, in quotations, Omar Cooper. He left in the first drive on a deep pass that was incomplete. Going to the other side, once you see Brandon Ennis, a wide receiver logging a pass, that's how you know it's not a good game for Ohio State. And it's probably their worst performance of the season, even though they had a cupcake schedule, facing number one team in the country in Texas, beat their rivals. They was on their high horse too much, bro. They was too worried about that maize and blue, wasn't worried about Indiana at all, and they took advantage. Indiana wanted it more. Julian Sand, 21 for 29, 258. I felt like he played good. The coverage on the defensive side of the ball, I felt like he couldn't decipher that, but made the most of it. Bo Jackson did the most he could. And yeah, we talked about Ohio State. I went on a whole 15-minute rant about it. I was pretty irritated, but Jeremiah Smith, Carnote did their thing, combined for almost 200 yards. One of them's kind of false because it was the last play where Jeremiah Smith caught a 45-yard pass, whatever is what it is, kind of misconstrued or whatever. But yeah, this is a defensive battle, bro. It was the first half, Ohio State had 3 sacks, and then the second half it was Indiana sack after sack after sack, and they ended with 5 sacks. And both quarterbacks threw interception, and this is just the type of game that is Big Ten football: defense, defense, defense. VJ, isn't that what you call Big Ten football?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, that's why everyone knows it, because it's a fucking the Midwest that we're in, and so even though we pretty much fucking expanded out fucking West Coast anyways, but it don't matter. No matter what, it's still at the end of the day Big Ten football, bro. Physicality for sure. Obviously, want the whole review, go watch the Buckeye Fan Film Room, of course. We all gave our initial thoughts and stuff. Cam went on a fucking crash out session, essentially, right for the right reasons. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it as an Ohio State fan, because the way it would perform like shit. But keep it simple, and a recap, essentially what I said there, I think play calling was just absolute fucking dog shit for offense. Bro, I could have fucking closed my eyes and fucking use this fucking empty fucking paper and call it a better play, bro. That's how fucking terrible it was. So overall,
I could have used my hand, bro. I would have played right here,
bro. So I could just literally just use my hands to just do a slant. That's it, bro. What we doing, bro? So that's just a short recap of essentially what I said in the Buckeye Fan Film. After you want to see everything else, go check it out over there. But I mean, nothing else to really add on. I mean, like I said, I don't want to go another rant again, bro. It was well, we already spent fucking hella time over there, letting all our frustrations out for the right reasons. So I can really say, well, any final thoughts on this one, right?
I mean, they had their part. I definitely had my part, and my part was fucking field goal kicks, bro. I told you, Cam said in the podcast, I basically jinxed him, bro.
You told us, you jinxed us.
He said we jinxed us. No, bro.
You can now say you told us,
bro. It wasn't.
I hope it was worth it.
It was fucking worth it, because I wasn't pointing that shit out for no fucking reason, bro. Apparently doing fucking pregame. You know what? We already started. I'm just stop right there. Just know I mentioned on the Buckeye Fan Film Room, anytime Jaden Fiedler missed a fucking field goal, I made a comment about it. And then Cam was like, "Why are you so worried?" He made the next one. Why are you so worried? He made the next one. I'm like, bro, because when it come down to it, bro, he's gonna fucking miss. And what happened? By the way, he was only 27 fucking yards. It wasn't 35. It wasn't 45. It wasn't 55. It's not bro, we already started. Just know that was basically my rant, was the field goal kick was not that fucking far. That's all. Moving on.
Someone important like a kicker, I always try to lift up. My colleague over here, he does the opposite. He likes to kick people while they're down. I try to just lift everybody up, man. Grab them by the shoulder pads and lift them up like I'm on the team. So every time Jaden Fielding miss, I'm like, at least it's not an important game. It happened in an important game. So yeah, good thing he's a senior, right? Fuck. He can't miss another one, right? Can't miss another important kick in the postseason, right?
Well,
hopefully not.
But when I was watching
Shane Kelly, though, the hometown kid, bruh, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, and 10 tackles. It felt like, bruh. After that, bruh, dude was everywhere. Saturday night. And yeah, That's all for the.
Yeah. When I
what's it called?
when I was watching the Texas Tech fucking highlights, bro, I was like, bro, Jaden Fields should have been on this fucking team kicking all these damn fucking field goal, bro. I was that fucking pissed, bro. I was like, yo, Texas is kicking so many fucking field goals. I'm like, yo, get my man's over there, bro. But yeah, I was that fucking mad, bro. I was seeing all the field goal kicks. I'm like, holy shit, bro. Fucking amazing over there. But, yeah.
Womp. All right, let's get into the 2-minute drill. We talk about games and what not important games. So the only important games are the ones that made the playoffs or potentially had playoff implications, and these were the three. We got Troy, the Trojans, 8-4 in the season. Didn't know much about them, and I shouldn't know much about them because they only scored 14 points. James Madison, the Dukes. Alonza Barnett the third. Yeah, this guy's a runner. Had 85 yards on the ground, and then he just handed it off most of the night, bro. 21 carries for 212 yards for Wayne Knight. So yeah, not much to see here except good defense because they had 8 fucking sacks to 3 sacks, bro.
I'm out.
Yeah, bro.
I'm out.
And in the game, hang on. In the game, they had a the AD talk after the first quarter because in the first quarter, they kind of like played the crowd was playing defense because there was so much snow in the stands. They were throwing them. What?
We can't see, gang.
Why y'all let me keep going then?
You said hold on.
Cut me off.
We're doing this.
Okay.
No one can see. They cut
We're running on the sideline. We're running on the sideline doing this.
Yo, bro.
You're trying to call the play. You're Tom Brady calling the play still. We're doing this.
Someone's got to do some editing. All right, we got the Troy Trojans, 8-4 in the season. Don't know much about this team, and I didn't need to know much about this team because it was they scored 14 points in the whole game. James Madison, the Dukes, 11-1 in the season, scored 31 points. Alonzo Barnett, the third, 93 yards passing, but the main thing is his feet, 85 yards on the ground, and he just handed the ball off all night. Wayne Knight, 212 yards on 21 carries, a touchdown. And a running touchdown for Barnett as well. And then you scroll down all the way down here, 8 sacks for James Madison to 3 on the Troy sideline, or on the Troy side. And then, yeah, during the first quarter, there was snowballs being thrown on the little field and shit. It kind of low-key cost Troy some points because I think it was like a 4th down, and they was hitting their snowballs, bro. They was throwing it everywhere. I'm pretty sure it was like a 4th down. Hang on, let me look back. It was really the first quarter. The 80 ended up touchdown. I don't know. It was something, bro. It was like important to the game, bro. That's all I know, bro. And yeah, it was important enough where the AD had to get into the before the second quarter. He was like, yeah, they're gonna throw flags and we're gonna like lose yardage if y'all keep doing this shit. So let's not do it. They calmed down, but I ain't gonna lie. After Troy scored their touchdowns, they started hucking them. They was actually hitting, bro. They had the players talking shit back, bro. There was a lot of fucking snow, bro. It was like caked up. They just like pushed it off the field and just caked up on the sideline, bro. And it was obviously in the stands too. They can't get all of it out of there. It was interesting. But yeah, this secured James Madison a spot in the college football playoffs. So congratulations to them. Hopefully they could do something in Eugene at Oregon. Hopefully not, or probably not. North Texas, 24. They kind of got exposed this game, bro. The score doesn't tell the whole thing. They ended up getting kind of stopped a couple times in the first quarter, and I'm like, whoa, this isn't North Texas football. And then Caleb Hawkins wasn't efficient tonight at all. He ended up leaving in like the second quarter, so they didn't have their guy. And then Tulane was like, yeah, we're gonna lock up Wyatt Young for 1 catch, 6 yards. This is unfathomable. So yeah, all their playmakers couldn't do anything, and Messmaker threw some interceptions. It was kind of bad interceptions. I'm not gonna lie, bro. But he kept them in the game. 300 yards for him. And yeah, it was kind of like out the way in the fourth quarter. They got their little touchdown and 2-point conversion. It didn't matter, bro. They was down 13. But yeah, their BYU transfer Jake Retzlaff for Tulane. Was able to do his thing. Not too much going on. Just handed the ball off to Jamari McClure, 22 carries, and then Retzlaff had 15 carries himself. Pretty much amounted for like 200 yards altogether on the ground. And yeah, this kind of just took them out the game. Also had 2 fucking fumbles. When Caleb Hawkins got injured, I think he fumbled on that too. So yeah, definitely didn't help. And yeah, 5 sacks to 0 in favor of Tulane. So you're gonna win a lot of games that way, hopefully. And yeah, Tulane moves on to the college football playoffs after this win. It was whoever was gonna win American, and Tulane won it. And the North Texas ferry book story is at a pause. We're going to Oklahoma State next year. Hopefully that continues over there. And then finally, the biggest shocker of the night. Duke does the impossible, man. Duke and their quarterback, Darian Metz, is pretty good. 19 for 25, 196, and 2 touchdowns. That's what he does, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Nate Shepard helped the true freshman running back, 21 carries for 97 yards and a touchdown. And then Anderson Castle had some good runs in there, even though he amounted for 2.2 yards. Did his thing. And then you got where is it? Barcate with 91 yards. Yeah, he's his main target, bro, and he felt that way the whole time. But Virginia, you got Chandler Morris. Had to throw 40 times in this game. Jamari Taylor really wasn't as effective as he used to. It should have been a running battle between Nate Shepard and Jamari Taylor, but it definitely wasn't. 15 carries, 65 yards. And yeah, Chandler Morris, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 200 yards. 2s across the board, and then you got 20 points. So yeah, everything but a second overtime because they lost in overtime. They pulled the Penn State, the Drew Aller in the Oregon game. First play after they scored a touchdown, interception, and that's where the second interception came in. 28.6 QBR is kind of interesting. But yeah, Virginia, never good at football, was good this year, and their chance to go into the college football playoffs stops right here. At least they go to a bowl game. 10 wins on the season is kind of impressive for a Virginia Cavaliers team of this caliber. Shout out Chandler Morris. And shout out Duke. Duke ended the season 8-5. They should not have been here. And I think this game right here, this whole scenario, is not going to happen again. They got to change the rules. I don't know what. And I'm talking about conference championship tiebreakers. I don't know what the fuck going on, bro. But there's like 7 other teams, like Miami, with 2 losses. Oh, they wanted to play. I could guarantee they almost wanted to put faith in their own hands rather than have the committee Notre Dame, Miami, you know? It never goes their way, and they got it this year. But yeah, you look at SMU, Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech. All 4 teams were ranked this season, and Duke, I think, ranked maybe at the start, but they lost pretty fast to Illinois. And yeah, this is the worst team that could have got in the ACC championship, and they ended up winning the ACC championship, funny enough. So yeah, this should never happen again. Tiebreakers in the conferences are definitely going to get looked at this offseason and should be changed for next year because the fact that we got 2 G5 teams, I'm all for Cinderella stories, but it looks crazy on ACC at least. At least you got 1 team in there, but you don't even got a conference championship represented in there. And that's the end of the 2-minute drill. Probably the fastest one this year.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. Damn.
All right. What do we got? We got the bowl schedules. Going over the bowl schedules. All right, we got South Carolina State versus Prairie View A&M.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know so much about that.
Celebration Bowl, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Saturday, December 13th, 2025. I couldn't tell you anything about either of these teams. I don't know what the fuck going on. I don't even know what conference they're in, bruh. The MEAC?
Oh, not even the MAC. Damn.
What the hell is this? Morgan State,
Mountain West.
There's not Mountain West.
What is
it?
It's
not Mountain West, gang. Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference?
Jesus.
What do you got Middle Eastern teams here for? Playing football on hijabs and shit. What the fuck? They lost South Carolina. Delaware State. Oh shit.
Hey, what is that? Is that 7 in a row? Is that 7 in a row? Good enough for me.
Hey, bro, I'm going South Carolina State. I don't know if we're gonna are we gonna prediction?
No, bro, just go, bro.
Bro, what?
All right. That's a noon Saturday game. So yeah, you can throw on your TV. It's probably gonna be on fucking ESPN at this point, bro. And then we got SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California. Don't get shot outside the stadium. And yeah, 8 p.m. ABC. Oh, it's ABC. It says it. Okay. Boise State, the winner of the Mountain West, goes up against Washington, who's 8-4 in the season. The bucked up LA Bowl.
What the fuck is bucked up? What the fuck is bucked up?
Yeah, give me Washington. Tuesday, December 16th, 2025, Troy, the runners-up for the, what is it, VJ? Sunbelt. Versus Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State does have the leading rusher in the country, I'm pretty sure. Cam Cook. Damn, you got
I was about to say.
Yo, what size is that chain? 1,600 yards, 16 touchdowns for him, bro. So yeah, this dude's gonna hit the transfer portal and be in the power forward next year. Give me Jacksonville State. Wednesday, December 17th, 2025. We got 5 p.m. ESPN. Old Dominion versus South Florida. Couldn't tell you anything about Old Dominion. I like South Florida. Give me South Florida. The Staff DNA Cure Bowl. That just rolls off the tongue, right? 8:30. We got ESPN. What the fuck is this? The Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Yo, what the
Cajuns?
fuck? Yo, their logo is a fucking AI generated fucking Text. What the fuck? Delaware. Delaware just jumped to the FBS. Give me then the 68 Ventures Bowl. In Mobile, Alabama. Good luck to them. Thursday, December 18th, 2025, 9 p.m. ESPN2, Missouri State. I'm pretty sure they just made the jump to the FBS. And they actually weren't bowl eligible because they had a 3-year grace period of jumping to the FBS. But because like people wasn't hitting their marks and opting out and shit, they got thrown in here versus Arkansas State. Couldn't say shit about Arkansas State, but Missouri State. Give me Missouri State. Friday, December 19th, 2025. We got a banger matchup for the group of 5, bro. Kennesaw State versus Western Michigan. Give me Kennesaw State in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Ooh, Missouri State, Arkansas in the Xbox Bowl. Yo,
VJ.
Fire, bro. Yeah, Kennesaw State, Western Michigan playing in Conway, South Carolina. VJ, how many times you been to Conway?
Oh, my life.
Every summer, I'm pretty sure. 2:30 ESPN on that Friday. Memphis versus NC State. Shout out to NC State. Who is their quarterback? Slicks. Who did he
CJ
throw
Billy.
to and who did he throw to in high school?
Oh shit, I don't know. Maybe the guy named Jeremiah fucking Smith.
Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, but Brendan Lewis may play in this game. He's a senior quarterback from Memphis. Just give me NC State, bro. Memphis kind of fell off. And then we got the playoff games. Don't really matter. I'm gonna skip all these because we don't care about this. We want the famous Idaho Potato Bowl with Washington State and Utah State. Did I skip this other one? Oh, the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl is where NC State and Memphis is playing. What the fuck? Yo, Washington State, Utah State, and the famous Idaho's Potato Bowl, whatever. Tuesday, December 23rd, we got Toledo. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if their head coach is going to be coaching. I'm pretty sure something going on over there. But Louisville, and the Bush's Boca Raton Bowl in Boca Raton, Florida. Yeah, banger. Give me Louisville. Western Kentucky versus Southern Miss in the New Orleans Bowl. Wow. Such a great name for a bowl, man. Just named after a fucking city. Give me Western Kentucky, bro. UNLV versus Ohio. Get in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl in Frisco, Texas. UNLV versus Ohio. Shit, fuck, give me Ohio, bro. Wednesday on what's this called? Fucking Christmas Eve, bro. In the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl. California at Hawaii, bro. They're facing the whole team. Ashley Sagapatelli is from Hawaii, so it's gonna be a kind of a good game for him. Hopefully, give me Cal. Central Michigan versus Northwestern. Shout out Northwestern. Hopefully they can win and have a 7-6 season. Finally winning, having a winning season for the first time in forever. But they gotta go to Detroit for it. So hopefully don't get your fucking rims taken. Game Above Sports Bowl is where that's gonna be played at. New Mexico, the Lobos versus Minnesota. Shout out PJ Fleck for getting them here. The Rape Bowl. Shout out Drake Lindsey, or is it Drake Lindsey? It sounds about right. The freshman quarterback for Minnesota. I'll lay in Minnesota just because they're Big Ten, but New Mexico's decent. So shout out the Rate Bowl. Gotta say that right. 8 p.m. ESPN, Florida International, FIU versus UTSA in the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl.
Ooh.
Right, bro. The First Responder Bowl gonna hit different this year in Dallas, Texas, bro. Give me UTSA. Saturday, December 27th, Pitt at East Carolina. East Carolina was one of them sneaky teams in the American that could have got in if they win a couple more games. In the Go Bowling Military Bowl. What is these names, bro? In Annapolis, Maryland. And is that a Navy base? Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium? Type shit. Give me Pittsburgh. Penn State at Clemson.
Oh, nah.
Who fell off the most this year? Oh, shit. You got to go to the Bronx, New York to find out in the Yankee Stadium in the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
That's crazy.
Every time, bro. 6-6 Penn State at Clemson. Give me Penn State, bro, and their new head coach. UConn, I think their second back-to-back winning season, 9-3 on the season, facing Army. So after Army loses to Navy, they can now go. What day is this? The 27th, and go lose to UConn. Give me UConn at Fenway Park, Boston, Missouri, in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. And then we got the famous the bowl that Notre Dame opted out of. They didn't want to face BYU because they knew they was gonna lose. The Pop-Tarts Bowl, the world famous Pop-Tarts Bowl game. Number 22 Georgia Tech versus number 12 BYU. This is about to be a slobber knocker. Two very good quarterbacks, bro. Two quarterbacks that are capable of running. Give me Haynes King. Give me Haynes King of Georgia Tech to get this one. And then we got a kind of a step back. Miami of Ohio at Fresno State in Tucson, Arizona at the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
He got
Wait,
what the?
We get a halftime concert, bruh.
The fuck?
I don't know. Either a smoke session or a fucking laced Arizonas. I don't know. Or a concert.
Yo, what the fuck?
Number 25, North Texas. Yes, they're still ranked. At San Diego State in the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl. Nice. Roselton, give me North Texas. Just because I know them and I don't watch San Diego State games. 7:30. Virginia, number 9 in the country, goes up against SEC competition in Missouri in the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Yes, the Gator Bowl. World famous. Give me Missouri in that game, actually. LSU at Houston in the Kinders Texas Bowl. Let me get LSU, bro. That defense gonna fucking hone in on Wigman, and Dean Connor, bro. And Houston's playing a home game, bro. They're in Houston, Texas, bro. Nice. Monday, December 29th, 2025, Georgia Southern goes against App State. App State failed to miss the threshold of 6 wins, but they're still here because we need teams to play against each other in the J-Lab Birmingham Bowl. Give me App State, bro. They gonna get their 6th win there. Coastal Carolina versus Louisiana Tech in the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. We're just throwing names together at this point and calling it a bowl game, bro. So yeah, give me Coastal Carolina. I like their baseball team, and hopefully football is as good. Tennessee at Illinois. We got an SEC Big Ten matchup. I'm rubbing my hands like Birdman because I'm ready for this. But why the fuck is Tennessee getting a fucking home game, bro? This is basically a home game for them, bro. Nashville, Tennessee, bro. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, same shit, bro. And the Liberty Mutual Music City Bowl.
Wow.
Anything, bro. Then we got a Big 12, Big 10 matchup, and number 16 USC goes to face TCU in the Valero Alamo Bowl in San Antonio, Texas. At least in the Alamo Dome, legendary stadium. So yeah, give me USC. And then we got more Big 10 SEC competition. Noon Wednesday, New Year's Eve. And then number 23 Iowa at number 14 Vanderbilt. Interesting because it's gonna be Diego Pavia's last game after losing the Heisman earlier in that earlier in that month. The
Reliquest
Bowl. Yes, anybody can purchase the bowl, bruh. Put up some money and you can buy a bowl. That's why we got fucking 5 and 7 App State, because anybody can buy a bowl game, bro. Give me Iowa in that game. Arizona State versus Duke, a little ACC Big 12 matchup. I'm kind of liking that. The Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Oh, the cereal bowl. What the fuck? Give me Arizona. Give me Duke, bro. Give me Duke. We got Michigan, another Big 10 SC matchup. Michigan, number 19 in the country, goes against number 13 Texas. The number 1 quarterback in 2022, is it? Versus the number 1 quarterback in 2025. Got Arch Manning versus Bryce Underwood in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Yes, sir. Yes, I love when the bowl games are named after food, bro, because then I can just remember it and clown people whenever they go to the bowl. Nebraska at Utah, number 15 Utah. Probably gonna take some anger out on Nebraska. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Give me Utah, and I'll take Michigan. Hopefully they can beat Texas just like we did. Give me Utah for this game, bro. SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. At least they're playing in Las Vegas, I guess. And yeah, then we got a banger. The day after the first day of the year, we got Rice at Texas Tech, or at Texas State. And yeah, I guess it's at Texas State. They're in Texas. The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Rolls off the tongue, bro. This is perfect, bro. This bowl is literally 5 fucking words, bro. Yo. Navy at Cincinnati. 9-2 Navy at 7-5 Cincinnati. Cincinnati's gonna win this game, bro. Give me Rice for the other one too. And yeah, this is gonna be the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Facts, bro. We're in Memphis, Tennessee, bro. So you probably gonna get a Pooh Shiesty halftime show, and hopefully he doesn't have a switch and a fucking ski mask because you're doomed. You're not making it to the second half. Arizona, number 17 in the country, going to SMU. I guess not going to SMU. I guess they're the fucking home team in the Trust and Will Holiday Bowl. Interesting fucking name, the Trust and Will. What the fuck are we doing, bro? Pooh Shiesty might end up fucking at San Diego, California at this point, bro. They talking about Trust and Will. Give me Arizona for this game, bro. I'm a I guess fanboy. I guess Wake Forest at Mississippi State. In the Duke's Mayo Bowl, the Mayonnaise Bowl. Yes, sir. This fuck the Pop-Tarts Bowl. The Mayonnaise Bowl is crazy, bro. Give me. Damn, Mississippi State made the threshold with 5 wins. Bro, hopefully their freshman quarterback can play, and give me Mississippi State, bro. But I hope Wake Forest wins just so I can clown the SEC for losing that game. Now would be the it of these trash ass bowl games where
Whoa.
we got 5-win teams going and playing at the fucking Game Above Sports Bowl and the Coffee Frisco Bowl, like the Idaho Potato Bowl. You know,
I got a question, the most random question. You think Ohio State have any of these random bowls, bro? Obviously,
have
like
rings.
like won it. Like obviously, be like earlier, like Ohio State days.
Not past 2000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm just curious.
I don't think past 2000. I think maybe before, but that's if they had fucking 25 million different bowl games before 2000.
Rose Bowl, Rose Bowl, Rose Bowl, Orange Bowl.
Orange Bowl, okay.
Gator Bowl.
Okay, we gotta get the bowl.
Liberty Bowl. Oh,
Liberty,
shit,
holiday bowl.
Bowl. Oh shit.
For the
Hall of
Citrus.
Fame Bowl.
What
That's
the
kinda
fuck?
tough. Liberty, Sugar, Outback.
Outback.
Bowl's kind of tough, bro.
Yeah,
Yo, they need to buy that bag. Didn't they go bankrupt though?
yeah.
Alamo Bowl,
must
tough.
not do that.
BCS National Championship. Whoa. Calm
Gator
down.
Bowl.
Super Bowl. Oh, Sugar Bowl.
Sugar.
Fiesta Bowl. Fiesta.
Oh, now we
Bowl,
good.
Cotton
Damn.
Bowl.
No, I said, bro.
That's it.
I said basically before the
Peach Bowl.
2000s.
Damn, when did Peach Bowl come into play? It won that shit in a while.
It was like 2010, give or take.
Why does bowl look so weird, bruh? Is this how you spell it?
Yeah.
Yeah, with
It
the
look weird, bruh.
W, right? Yeah, with the W, right? Yeah.
It look weird.
How would you spell it, bro? What's a different way to spell it?
I don't know, bruh. It's just like every time I see it, I'm like, dude, did they just fucking misspell all this? Yo,
Crazy.
Nah,
when
we
was the last time you spelled bowl out, though?
I don't know. Wait, so the first bowl game we ever won was a fucking Rose Bowl? That's crazy. That's a very crazy way to.
Oh, we lost.
Oh, we lost. Damn.
We
We still won though.
The Cal going Bears, and we gotta get back. Look at that next
Wait,
year.
nah, bro, we didn't even. Nah, that's not next year. We didn't win it for
Look at that
the.
attendance, though. God.
Yeah, that
Damn,
was 30 years.
that's another fucking Jesus. 100,000 people pulled up for that shit. Damn.
Damn, we got a Trojans fucking set right here. Look at this shit. 73, 74, 75.
Oh
Then we gotta
nah.
face the little brother, UCLA. God damn, Penn State. Facing division round.
But to answer my question, yeah.
Air Force?
Damn.
Yo, ass. Air Force in 1990? Georgia, Syracuse. Damn, this is random. Oklahoma State's kind of random in 2004, but Oklahoma State low-key good sometimes.
That's all they wrote, man.
God damn. All right, moving on to the news. We got Penn State finally made their hire after 54 days, bruh. And it's the guy that they probably should have been looking at from the beginning, bruh. Matt Campbell, bruh. If you don't know, Matt Campbell is a guy that's been at Iowa State for a while now, I feel like. But this is a guy that had opportunities to go to the NFL, to be the head coach of, like, the Detroit Lions and shit. Other notable schools, but he never, like, took the jobs. Because he family, all the above, bruh. And I watched a little interview of him, what's it called, after he got hired and shit, and he was kind of like, yeah, I just, like, kind of like, just, look at my family, he has 4 kids, so he's like, oh, I'm, you know, talking with my family, and I talk with them sometimes, and I gotta turn shit down because of they not wanting to move, but yeah, none of that matters now because he's hired at Penn State, took an 8-year deal, I'm pretty sure if they buy him out, he's fully guaranteed all the money, and I'm pretty sure if he wins, like, a playoff game, he can't be fired the next year. And then if he wins the national championship, he can be fired for the next 2 years. I'm pretty sure. Like, I was trying to look at the shit, and it was like weird clauses like that. But yeah, Campbell, a young coach, 46, and this guy that's accomplished a lot, man. He's had little to nothing at Iowa State, money wise, NIL wise, and now he's getting a heap of it. So this is the guy that you should look out for. If you're in the Big Ten, playing in the Big Ten, because this dude has a chance to do something that, you know, someone like James Franklin couldn't do at Penn State. He has a lot of potential, very young, and he's a guy that just he does things the right way. That's kind of how he puts it, bro. He does a lot of things the right way, bro. And I'm very excited because this is something I didn't want to happen because I'm a big fan of Matt Campbell and what he's been able to build over there at Iowa State. Because I say it all the time, Iowa State was never a good program. Matt Campbell turned everything around with the little resources he had, and he's going to be bringing a lot of. The thing is, he's kind of starting a step behind because he has to fill out this roster with having 2 commits on the early National Signing Day. So he's gonna have to get after it. He's talking about he wanted to get the guys in the backyard first and then branch out. He loves the East Coast and this little section. He thinks this is where the best football players is. Don't know if he's just saying that. But yeah, I'm excited for this. And Penn State fans should be too. And he said he's gonna talk to Grunkemeyer about his future at Penn State in a couple days. I don't know if he's already did that. But yeah, he's kind of like just decided. He talked about Drew Aller a little bit and Rocco Beck and shit like that. Basically the whole quarterback room, because Drew Aller's not gonna be out there, but he's starting new with a quarterback and potentially because I don't think Rocco Beck goes over there. But I think he's going to try to keep Grunkemeyer as much as he can. But yeah, it's going to be very difficult because he has a transfer portal coming up, and he has to talk to his guys at Iowa State to see what they want to do, and then he has to talk to the Penn State guys to see what they want to do. Because if they don't want to stay here, bro, he's not going to make them. So yeah, he's got a lot of turn of wheel, a lot of shit got to turn, and wheels gotta start fucking locking in and just moving. Because you can still sign high school players, but because of what James Franklin did to that whole Penn State class and just basically flipped everybody, he has 2 commits, bro. So it's gonna be he's starting behind the 8 ball, completely behind the 8 ball. But the good thing is the transfer portal is still up, and I think he may have got there too late, and Penn State might have looked at 20 other options before Matt Campbell, but at least they got the deal done. And I think I like the contract for Matt Campbell's sake because it's very favorable for him, from the private jet hours to the seats or whatever, all the above, man. I'm just happy for him. I'm happy he's able to make that decision, move his family, and I'm a big fan of him. So hopefully he could do a whole lot with Penn State. And if he doesn't, he got an 8-year deal, bruh, and he got fully guaranteed. So fuck it, we going to retirement early, by 50 potentially. How y'all feel about it, VJ? Any thoughts?
I love it. I think, kind of like you said, I felt like this when the whole Penn State hiring details started coming up after they fired Franklin, his name was damn near on like that top of the list, and I was like, yeah, I don't know why they went
losing, and then
yeah, it's like I don't know. They went through fucking 3 million fucking head coaches. They probably went through like half the population in the U.S. just to find a nice coach or something, and then they finally got Matt Campbell.
Cause like
something, bro. I don't know, got that.
What the fuck?
So overall, though, it's a great hire, and I didn't know it was 8 years, but I think it could. I mean, it turns out well because I didn't know he got guaranteed. I just hope for his sake, and if Penn State was using their brain right, hopefully if they can use their brain right, give this dude time. He's not gonna make this shit fucking 10-2 off rip, bro. You gotta give him time. Like don't expect perfection first season. He might have like you'll be blessed next year to have a solid 6-6 season with how this team has transformed throughout the whole season, where hella fucking flips, potentially players want to, enter the portal because, it's not really the same roster that they started off with and the potential and all that, but give it time. By Penn State side, you got to give it time. You cannot just assume by year 2 you guys are national championship contenders. If you are, that's great. If you aren't, don't panic, bro. You got to give it time. And for Penn State's sake, they got a pretty manageable schedule. They don't have to face Ohio State. They don't have to face an Oregon. And, oh shit, they don't even got to face an Indiana. Buddy.
Wow.
You guys are in a blessed situation next year in terms of scheduling. Do not let Matt Campbell, do not have to force him to rush things. Just let him build his thing up. I guarantee you, if he does the same thing that he did with Iowa State to Penn State, by like maybe year 4, year 5, he's going to be a eligible contender in the Big Ten. So that's all I can really say. You got any thoughts on this one, Rack?
Nah. If anything is to about damn time, they want to hit those home run and like Lane Kiffin so bad that just like I almost feel like they're treating him like, well, shit, you're our only option now. But hey, shout out to him. He got an 8-year. That's why I feel like that's why he got all these clauses in his fucking contract. Like, hey, this happened. You ain't gonna be able to do this. Honestly, I'm kind of fire contracts on his end. I'm not like it's a winning deal for him. So yeah. Good luck. Hopefully Penn State. I don't know how long we're gonna give Penn State. Obviously, VJ just said to give him some time, but I don't know how much time he does need. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this Penn State look like whenever we just get to play them.
2 things. I think Penn State got humbled in the coaching hiring.
For sure.
They understand now that you could talk all your shit and think you a powerhouse and you got all this money just falling out your pocket. Yo, bro, people don't want to be in a situation where you fired James Franklin with 3 losses on the season, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all got rid of him so quick because y'all had high expectations, bro. I'm telling you, Matt Campbell went into that room and he had all the leverage. That's why this deal
Yep.
is looking like this.
Yep.
Because Penn State was desperate, and I'm telling you, Matt Campbell was talking to the AD. Yo, bro, it's gonna take time, bro. I know how to flip programs, but it's gonna take time. I give him. He just needs to elevate every year. If that's starting out 7-3, or not 7-3, fucking 9-3, 8-4, whatever the case may be, because like you said, they have a favorable schedule, bro. This is 2027. I'm seeing a Syracuse, a Delaware. You know, like you said, they don't face none of the 3 powerhouses that are in the college football playoffs right now for next year, and then the year after they do face Indiana and I'm pretty sure Oregon. So there's that, and they're both away. Jesus Christ. Good luck with that. But yeah, I just think Matt Campbell went in there. He was like, "Yo, I'm not picking up my family for nothing, bro. I'm getting a long-term deal. I'm getting it fully guaranteed, and I'm getting a lot of benefits along with that. You hired me 60 days after your last head coaching firing in the middle of the season. Yet all this time, yo, bro, you can go hire Terry Smith, bro. You having these people decline, this person decline, this person decline. You're like a last option to me, bro. I'm telling you, Matt Campbell know what he's doing, bro. I'm liking this deal for him. And even if it don't work out, bro, I'm telling you, bro, he gonna find another place in the Big 12, bro. Shit, Kansas State needs him, bro. But yeah, shout out Matt Campbell, shout out Penn State for getting it done. I think it's the right hire. I just don't know if the donators and donors care at all to really just give him enough time. We want to see them win immediately. That's what the donors, I feel like, are gonna be in the AD's ear about, in the GM's ear about. Or not the GM, because I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure Matt Campbell's bringing his GM with him. So it's going to be very interesting. He's the one that writes up the contracts and all that other bullshit. But it was just interesting because he was like, that was one of the first things he did. He wasn't leaving without his GM. But anyways, yeah, hopefully the donors, the Penn State donors, they're a toxic bunch. All right, we got the 4 Heisman finalists announced, and I guess you could say there's some type of controversy. Mendoza saying, everybody was saying in the Big Ten Championship they were fighting for the Heisman in that Big Ten Championship. And then you got Jeremiah Love, who's probably the best running back, easily the best running back in college football. That isn't controversial to me. And then you got Diego Pavia, the Cinderella story, the 0-star recruit, fucking 7 years in college football playoffs, was running outside the college football, and then way outside the college football playoffs. I think it's the most controversial one because you got Jacob Rodriguez out there that's fucking taking snaps, throwing the ball, running on offense and shit, doing all that. Plus what he's doing on defense, one of the best linebackers in the country, best defensive players in the country. And yeah, I think that's the only thing you could really argue is Diego Pavia for Jacob Rodriguez. How y'all feel? The same for y'all?
Yeah.
Or don't matter?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna win it.
Congratulations to all the people who made it. I mean, it low-key, it is an honor to make a finalist for Heisman, especially for certain schools. Like, obviously, for like top schools like Ohio State, you expect someone to be in there, but like for a Pavia who basically started from nowhere, Jeremiah Love, who's been he's not a quarterback, so to make it in his spot is amazing, and Mendoza with his like crazy story with Indiana, I think is a great thing. I think congratulations to all those guys for making the Heisman Trophy finalists.
Yeah. Julian saying, don't spend too much money on your suit, buddy. That's it.
Nice, bruh. Don't come in that bitch wearing fucking flip-flops, bruh.
Yeah, bro, because we all know you not winning, buddy. You about to come in there with the playbook studying the whole damn time. Shit.
Thing is, you'll be back there next year.
Exactly.
And you'll have Jeremiah Smith with you.
That's
when
when
Bo Jackson might be there with you, bruh. It might be all Ohio State fucking lineup, bruh. You might have fucking Brandon Ennis there. My bad, I fucked it up.
What you mean, bro? Why are you trying to do that to my mans, bro?
You might get a pass or two. You never know.
Exactly, bro. Shit.
I'd rather Jalen McClain get there. All right. And then finally, we got Notre Dame crying their eyes out and not opting into a playoff game or they ain't getting the playoffs. Bowl game. They're opting out of the bowl game. They wanted to duck BYU because they know Bear Bachmeier was gonna fucking he was gonna do something crazy to that Notre Dame defense, and they didn't want to see it. But yeah, Iowa State, also Kansas State, had declined. And that's because Iowa State said declined due to coaching transition, which I believe. And Kansas State, their coach retired, so yeah, they had to get a new one. And yeah, they both got $500K from the conference, the Big 12, and Notre Dame, they don't got a conference, so they're not gonna get fined. And yeah, Notre Dame is crying all over social media, bro. I'm seeing fucking Marcus Freeman crying about the shit, bro. Like, bro, just do better, bro. You handpick your fucking schedule every year, bro, and you don't got a conference championship. You know that. So if you can't beat teams and go 11-1 and not make it a fucking big deal. Just don't lose 2 games, bro. Like, simple as that, bro. You don't get an extra game like fucking Alabama and you get to lose. Like, what the fuck? Either do some fucking damage and actually schedule decent teams. Your best win is fucking USC, buddy. Yo, there weren't even a conversation of that shit, man. Oh my god. And then teams with losing records. I don't know why this is here. Reason for declining. I thought it was more than 3 teams, but I guess it's just 3 teams. No. These I think 7 teams. I think they declined because they had a losing record. So they basically got hit up by like an Appalachian State that was 5-7. They could have jumped in there, but I think all of them was like, yo, bro, we're not going to a bowl game on some pity shit.
Yeah.
When these players didn't earn it, bro. These players didn't earn to go to a bowl game, so we're not going. And yeah, that's Florida State, Auburn, UCF. Taven Jackson entered transfer portal. Thank God for them. Baylor, Rutgers, Temple, and Kansas. So yeah. Any thoughts?
I mean, just really fucking
when you're fucking
Notre
in,
Dame,
bro.
bro.
Yeah,
Piss
bro.
on Notre Dame, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
that's stupid, bro. For Notre Dame, that was stupid. And it, like, this is what you chose, and this is what happens. I mean, you can't. Who the fuck is there to blame?
Yeah.
I think I know exactly who to blame. You're Notre Dame. Look in the mirror.
Yeah, bro.
That's all I gotta say.
Bro, like, I don't know who the fuck Notre Dame think they are, bro. Do you think fucking college football run through Notre Dame? No, buddy. Wake up, buddy. Like, honestly, Cam said it best. You picked your own fucking schedule. You the one that lost it. Like, bro, if you don't want this problem, join the conference, buddy. Join the conference, bro. But
and the thing is, basically the ACC is a commissioner. I don't know what they called it. Basically, Notre Dame came out and was like, yeah, the ACC commissioner severed ties with Notre Dame and shit. And Notre Dame was like, if they're going to join a conference, it was like the ACC or whatever. Bro, no one give a fuck, bro. It's because the ACC kind of boosted Miami and kept talking highly of like, Miami and trying to, like, I don't know. And then it was also, Notre Dame doesn't want to join a fucking conference because they want to get paid by NBC to host their games. And the thing is, the whole thing about the Notre Dame shit is ESPN is the ones that run the show for the college football playoffs every week. And then they're the ones that obviously have most of the bowl games. So most of the bowl games are going to be on ESPN or some shit. And then you see the random ABC games and shit like that. So yeah, basically Notre Dame was like, we're not gonna get like disrespect. We're not gonna get spit in our face and then have to go play on your channel. Like, we're not making y'all no more money. That's kind of like the things behind it. And then it was like people were like, oh, they're throwing favoritism as well because, you know, we're not with ESPN as well, you know, and we're with NBC. We want to be independent, and they was crying about that, bro. They basically was saying that ESPN was like, kind of like construing things where Notre Dame isn't in the top 12 and don't get the playoff games and shit like that. And it don't make sense because why is Notre Dame one of the most prestigious colleges in college football? Why wouldn't they want y'all in the top 12? What the fuck? It just don't make sense, bro. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that's happening, and Notre Dame did it to themselves, bro. I don't care. No love lost for me, bro. I could give a fuck, bro. I don't want to see this team no more. Don't matter to me, bro. I thought we gave up on them week 2, bro. I was like, yo, why they even have a shot at this shit? They handpicked their schedule, bro. They got the worst field goal kicker in the country, bro. I'm saying as an Ohio State fan right now. That's saying, bro, their shit is, their kicker's ass, bro. Missing extra points and shit. He missed multiple extra points actually during the season, bro. It just didn't matter because they was blowing out teams. Anyways, her name's ass, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm not crying over this shit, bro. You just hurt your players, bro. You just hurt the players that voted to go to the game. They probably took like a hand raised vote, bro, and they counted up. Bro, people, oh shit, Jeremiah Love don't want to go. Oh yeah, I'm not going. Oh, Jeremiah Love's going in the first round, buddy. He's playing in the NFL, bro. Like, yo, I don't know, bro. I don't care, bro. They said the players voted on it too, bro. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's captains. I don't know if it's the whole team. I don't think it fucking matters because there's players that want to play in that game, bro. You're doing yourself a disservice. You had fucking 17 home games as well, bro. That shit pissed me off.
Oh, man.
But yeah, enough with Notre Dame talk, bro. We don't got to talk about them for the rest of the year. Thank God. Fuck. They got fucking gold helmets.
All right, BJ. Any final thoughts before we wrap this thing up?
Nah, I think we covered all.
Alrighty.
Top.
Alrighty. With that being said, we're gonna wrap it up. Bit of What Fed In podcast. Obviously, if you guys are interested in more podcasts, there's other things on the channel like the Buckeye Fan Film Room. And if you are worried about other things, we have a Call of Duty one. WCOM came out. If you're interested in Call of Duty, we talk about the CD of the Call of Duty League themselves. If you're interested about that, that's also on the channel. Obviously, same thing. They'll be posted weekly unless something happens. But when that time comes. Also, there's also an anime one, the Plot Armor podcast as well. So we have a lot of variety on the channel. So obviously, just go scroll around, pick the things you like. But if you're interested in more college football, Buckeye fan, when we talk about the Ohio State Buckeyes and the tragedy that happened, if you're interested about that. But the rest of that, we're probably gonna be next week. You're probably not gonna see us, right? Is it next week?
It's gonna be next Thursday.
So next Thursday. Usually y'all get two. Usually y'all get 2 episodes from us. But this week you probably gonna be 1 episode. Next week that's when y'all get the episode because that's when the game's gonna be played. So yeah, expect next episode next week and not this week. Usually y'all see it Friday, but that won't be the case this week. But yeah, with that being said, thank you VJ, thank you Cameron, as always for your college football analytics and thoughts and all that type of things. But other than that, if you guys are new to the channel, you made it to the end of the video, consider clicking that subscribe button as I help out the channel a lot. But also, since you're already down there, consider clicking that like button as well, because that tremendously really do help out the channel. But other than that, we'll catch you guys next week. But so yeah, we appreciate all the love and support. We'll catch you guys. We'll catch y'all next. Peace.